Ladies and gentlemen, Night Gallery was known for bringing strong character actors on a show, either as the lead actors or supporting, and this is another one right now. We're going to be talking about not say a blackout, but a very interesting short version of a segment called The Late Mr. Peddington. Now, in this plot, a woman visits a funeral home to inquire about a budget-minded arrangement for her husband's accidental death. In this segment. Now, teleplay is by producer Jack Laird, with the story based on The Flat Mail by Frank Sisk. Directed by the great Jeff Corey, with Harry Morgan as Thaddeus Conway, Kim Hunter as John. Now, in this one, frugal director Thaddeus Conway, played by Morgan, with a distinguished-looking beard and excellent comic chops, which is a solid precursor to his casting as Colonel Potter in MASH 3 years later, takes a couple of swigs from a whiskey bottle just as he arrival. Washing up, freshening his breath, and smoothing out his appearance in the mirror, he prepares to greet Cora Peddington. And this is played by Kim Hunter, the very beautiful actress, who did play Zero on the Planet of the Apes movies, including the original, Beneath, and Escape from Planet of the Apes. And of course, Escape just came out just a few months before this. Now, according to David Jewell's blog on the episode, she explains that she's looking for the cheapest funeral possible for her husband's accidental death, falling from their apartment's balcony, which had recently been removed for repairs. Tells Conway is that her husband arranged a complicated prenup where she must live on just a $2,000 life insurance policy for 2 years before inheriting the substantial wealth. After she leaves, Conway chats with the embalmer, again an early role for the great Randy Quaid, telling him he thinks that he got the job, saying no other mortuary can underbid them, and that she was shopping. She had to make certain that under the conditions of her husband's will, she could realistically afford the price of even a cut-rate funeral. And therefore, there we go to a weird scene of Mr. Peddington, or the appropriate approximation, falling from his missing balcony with the artwork. Now, according to Jewel, it's not particularly funny, but Morgan is quite good, and Kim Hunter isn't too bad herself without the ape makeup. Kim Hunter could outact anybody in any paper bag that was nearby. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jack Laird was kind of obsessed with end-of-life situations, or what he called suspicious murders, or knocking off relatives and stuff. He had a macabre sense of humor. You can tell this is not a Rod Serling play, because Rod Serling had kind of done the devil thing to death in the old Twilight Zone. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing a lot of Night Gallery podcasts lately. We're not forgetting the rest of this. The reason why we're getting more requests for Night Gallery than any other episodes. Now, on this channel, the hits we've had since we started a few years ago, something like 20% are Night Gallery, and we appreciate all the Night Gallery fans. Night Gallery is very popular on DVD, was very popular in first-run syndication, very popular in the new formats as being shown, and let me tell you, Night Gallery, we missed Twilight Zone, but Night Gallery basically tells us this wasn't a sequel to Twilight Zone, but the same aesthetic, where Rod was a part in a lot of the plots, especially in the pilot and the first season. It's very important to respect our listeners here, so we thank you for your support. We thank everybody else for the support. Happy Thanksgiving week to everybody in the States, and to all the Canadian soccer fans, yes, the coach had kept his mouth shut, but at least Davis scored our first goal ever in a World Cup play. 36 years to score a World Cup goal in our fifth game, the schneid is off. Let's concentrate in Morocco, and let's keep our mouth shut, because you don't want to get these countries motivated. It's like the old blackboard, the article they used to do, the NFL and CFL in the 70s and 80s. Don't put anything in the blackboard. Play your game, defeat them. Once you beat them, you can freak out, but not at the end. Thanks for listening. Bye.